Well, it happened again. A copycat clown at Citizens Bank Ballpark in Philadelphia last night. The Phillies and the Cardinals interrupted by another fan on the field, an enthusiastic one. It all happened just one night after this. This is the 17-year-old teen who got tasered for charging the mound, and it sparked a national debate over the shocking takedown of this guy. He's a kid, 17-year-old Steve Consalvi. Critics like the ACLU say it was completely out of proportion. Some players and coaches, especially one who was viciously attacked by two fans, saying the taser issue is a no-brainer. Guess what, though? The police commissioner there says it was fine. Kelly Saindon is a former prosecutor, Bradford Cohn, a criminal defense attorney, and I'm dying to hear what you guys think. First of all, let's go to the defense first. Tell me, Bradford, do you think that the kid has an argument? Not only did he get tased, he got charged, and he had to go home and face his parents. Who knows what punishment awaited there?
I'm shocked about how this went down. Really, I call this clash of the morons. Really, the kid going on the field was stupid to begin with, but the cop running after him and tasing him when he was within feet of catching him, and there was two other individuals that could have caught the kid. The kid certainly, I don't think the kid was going to turn himself in. That's a given. But certainly it looked like they were going to catch him within another 5 to 10 seconds. Tasing him was completely out of the question. He didn't look like he was a danger or anything like that. It was a young kid. It's really amazing how frequent that individuals are using tasers these days instead of just using their brain and catching the kid, which they've done a million times before.
Well, Kelly, another incident, and an adult not tased. And that picture is so stunning with the officer actually with the taser in his hand and the teen running in the other direction. Maybe he was running away there, but his dad is arguing now that he was ready to surrender. The whole chase was 30 seconds. Was it appropriate, inappropriate? What do you think?
Well, I think you have to give discretion to the police officer's judgment at the time. And while I understand there are sometimes aggressive use of tasers, we've seen before, as you already said, that sometimes these individuals jump on the field with the intent to harm someone. So whether or not they would have caught him within a certain amount of time, that's speculative at best. He used his best judgment.
Oh, no, it's not. They were 5 feet away from the kid.
He should have known to stay off the field. You weren't there.
Course,
it's funny to watch the video and always second guess. You always want to pretend. Do you think he carded him when he was chasing him? Did he say, "Excuse me, how old are you"?
Does that kid look like an old man to you?
Judgment at
he looks
the
like
time.
a little kid. He's a little kid.
He doesn't look like a little kid.
He
looks
a tiny kid.
old enough to know what he's doing. I'm sure that doesn't say anything about age.
It's so good to have both the defense and the prosecution represented because it keeps happening. It keeps happening. So he's facing serious charges, not only trespass, but he's also, they've charged him with resisting arrest. Resisting arrest? How did he resist? He fell to the ground. It was only a 30-second chase. So as a prosecutor,
it's going to be a resist without violence.
Kelly, as a prosecutor, do you think they've brought excessive charges? I mean, I think he learned his lesson. Do you?
I think he probably did learn his lesson, but the thing is, as a prosecutor, you have to line up the charges that are available to you. You decide at the time of trial what you're going forward with, and so they have the opportunity to withdraw those charges, but they also have to make a stand to stop this. The fans think it's funny. They're jumping on the field.
Oh, that's silly.
Obviously, the law enforcement officers are outnumbered, and it's inappropriate. It needs to stop.
So
they need to set examples.
It's inappropriate that he got tased.
What happens? Does he have a
taser is the hero of the chubby cop. This guy was running away from the cop. I understand that, but there was people that were in 3 feet of this kid that would have caught him within 10 seconds. The father is out of his mind to say the kid was going to turn himself in, because he certainly wasn't.
Bradford, if you're in that stadium, you never know if someone running on that field is carrying something, if mayhem is about to break out. The officers do have a job to do. So what would have been appropriate if the officer, who was a little slower than the kid, I admit, couldn't catch up to him and couldn't take him into custody? What would you want him to do,
There were two other people on the field. There were 2 other people on the field besides the cop. I mean, they were going to catch him within another 5 feet. This kid was running in a zigzag.
Judgment. They have to exercise their judgment.
So, Kelly, what happens in this case now? Does the prosecutor win on these charges? Does this kid have a record at least for a year? He's being tried as a juvenile, so what happens to him in the next year? And what about the adult the next night or last night who wasn't tased? What should he face? What's appropriate?
Well, I think it is appropriate to use these guys as examples and say you've broken the law and you're not going to get away with it. It's not funny, and you're attention-seeking by jumping on and disrupting this professional game.
Oh, stop. You were never a teenager before? Come on. The kid was stupid.
Everyone admits that he was stupid. But it doesn't mean you should be prosecuted.
But now to have a criminal past
I
is
have
ridiculous.
to leave it there,
for
but
trespass
I guess
and resisting.
Bradford is saying as a teen he never did anything silly. Good to know.
Oh, I did tons of silly stuff. He's an idiot, though. But
Thanks, guys,
I never got caught.
Thanks, Jamie.
What a good teen he was. Good to know.
All right, we're watching this hearing on Capitol Hill.